It's another special edition of Litter Media Live here on Litter Media. I'm Dan Ramey, and we've got guests in studios to talk about Kidpalooza, which is coming your way this weekend. Joining us here today, we have to my immediate left, Candice Carpenter, and also Lindsay Sparks. Good to see you both. We're going to talk about Kidpalooza coming up in just a moment, but first, this from our friends at Tomlinson Insurance Agency.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When insuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Kidpalooza is a fun event. It's a free event, and it's this Sunday, May 4th, at the Ross County Service Center in the parking lot, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Candice Carpenter and Lindsay Sparks. We talked a little bit about this a few weeks ago with Lindsay. But Candice, you've been running the show for a long time, and nobody knows more about Kidpalooza than you do.
That's right. Yeah.
I got affirmation from Lindsay.
Yeah, wonderful.
So when does everything start, and what can people expect?
Okay, so the event will be from 2 to 5 p.m., and it is located in the Ross County Service Center parking lot. And it is going to be just a fun event with a lot of games and activities for kids. We have several food vendors who are going to be present, and a lot of community providers. We were afraid that we were going to get rained out, but we've been very fortunate and thankful to say at this point, it looks like the rain is going to be in the early morning and shouldn't be active during our event from 2 to 5 p.m.
That's good. I've had events like that we planned for, and then there's this pocket opens up where it's clear and sunny, then the rain comes back again afterwards.
Yes.
I hope if there's rain, that happens for you folks.
Yes.
You mentioned vendors. You're going to have a lot of people there.
Yeah.
So let's talk about who people can see when you get there.
Yeah, okay. Well, first off, I want to say that we were very grateful to have our event sponsored by Ross County Juvenile Court and COAD this year. We had 100 children last year and about 80 adults. And this year, I feel like we've expanded and we're growing. And the sponsorship has really enabled us to expand on that. Mm-hmm. So I want to give credit where credit is due there. So vendors, we have about 42 different community providers and vendors coming. We've got people who are with the Ross County CASA program, the Scioto Paint Valley Mental Health, the YMCA, Help Me Grow, Paper City Mentoring Project, Integrated Services, and a whole host of community providers who will come there, set up a table, much like you would see at the fair, and just be able to talk to the community about here's who we are, here's what we do, here's the services we provide. And we're really hoping to be able to have people in our community make those positive connections to the supports that exist in our community.
Yeah. Society has changed from when we were all kids, and there's always been difficulties, but it seems like they're increasing in number with kids from split homes, or they have no adults in their lives. And it's great to hear that you have brought like-minded individuals together in organizations to make this a neat day for the kids.
Yeah, we see Kidpalooza as like a one-stop shop. I think Candice has even said that before. So we want people to be able, we wanted to bring all the partners, the providers that offer services and resources to the families. We wanted them all to come. I think we had 40?
We had 42.
42 commit, which is double what we had last year. So we want families to receive information about supports ranging from financial supports or maybe medical insurance supports, Help Me Grow, as Candice mentioned. Also, we just want to give a little plug to some of our food trucks. That's going to be Tasty's South Food, Kona Ice, Flossie's Cotton Candy, and Chilla Coffee, and more. So we're going to line all those up. We have a special tent for the families to eat under. There's going to be, as Candice calls it, some special child celebrities there. So some superheroes like Superman, Cinderella, dinosaurs, all kinds of stuff. The kids, they're just going to walk around and interact with the children. Something else we're super proud of this year is that a lot of local businesses have donated big baskets that contain all kinds of different things. So some of them are dinner baskets, baby baskets, toy baskets, adult baskets, men, women baskets that have all different kinds of fun goods and things like that in it. And so when you enter into Kidpalooza, which admission is free, you're going to receive, each member of your family will receive raffle tickets. So you'll be sort of directed to this table full of 40 different gift baskets, and you get to place in your basket that you want. And I think we're going to give, 3 or 4 raffle tickets per person. And then we draw your name throughout the event. So, we also have bikes and different things like that for the kids. So, I mean, to come and get a free basket full, and they're big and they're loaded full of stuff. So we are super excited about that.
It's called Kidpalooza, but it's sounding more and more like it's Adult Palooza in some respects.
It is.
Yes.
There's a lot of things for the adults to be there.
Yes.
It really is.
Yes. Something else that is really special that we do is we do provide free haircuts to children. So we have 2 this year that are coming. One is Undisputed. Am I saying that fully right?
Undisputed Barbershop.
And yes, Undisputed Barbershop will be there.
Joanne Harris's group.
Yes. Yeah. As well as L&K Salon and Spa. So they'll be on each side of Kidpalooza. That way plenty of kids can have an opportunity to utilize that if they'd like. L&K also has tinsel and different things for the little girls if they're interested in that. It's just going to be super fun.
Yeah. And this is free. Free.
Yes. Yes.
And there's always that, there's never anything to do until a coffee for kids. Well, this is the day.
Right. If you're out on a Sunday afternoon and you don't know what to do, bring the family down. We'd be glad to have you.
Yeah. And it's positioned properly where you can still go to church, have dinner, and then come down.
Yeah.
Yes, we planned like that intentionally.
But don't eat too much at Sunday dinner because you've got food trucks there, and you want to make sure
Yes.
people enjoy
that.
That
really
too.
is the only cost too, Dan, is if the family does want to purchase food, that's pretty much the only cost that they will have in the whole event. And I think that we have some free beverages.
We do have free beverages. So the Pepsi company did donate a variety of their soft drinks and bottled water. So we'll have those available. And then we also have a local gentleman who makes his own kettle corn. He'll be there. He's distributing that for free and making balloon animals and characters for the kids.
Nice.
We'll have face painting. The kids can participate in little relay races for prizes. And a good thing to note here, too, is that all the community providers that are coming with the intent, to speak to the adults like we talked about, they will also be doing some sort of fun activity for kids at their table. So they'll have some little giveaway or some little activity. Some are doing crafts. And we have our own craft making table as well set up. And we've got a slime making table, which will be a big draw in for the kiddos. And it'll just be a great time for the whole family.
When did you start planning this year's event? Was it the day after last year's event? I mean, this is a
Feels
lot of
like
stuff.
Yeah. So we probably should have, but we didn't. And we have been planning this for a very long time, though, because it takes a lot of coordination and bringing all these people in. And I think last year, because we saw that success, I think it really engaged the community and providers to be like, yeah, I remember that. I want to get on board. So we're excited about this year. It's definitely grown.
Is there an age limit in
No.
some respects for the
No.
kids to participate?
So I'm actually glad that you brought that up because there are several providers who are coming who will be specific to the young adult teen age group. We have Foster Hub who will be there. They're a newer organization out of the Hocking County area. They're currently under construction for building an independent living center for youth who are aging out of foster care. But currently they're offering case management services, help with gaining employment, securing housing, things like that. So that's really great. we have the Grit project coming. And I'll be honest, I just learned about them, so I kind of wanted to share a little bit about, what they do. They'll do free career assessments for kids, help get them training and credentialing, and prepare them for the workforce. Yeah. So we've got a lot of things for all ages.
I got news for you. I work a lot with Western schools down in Latham, and they have taken advantage of everything Grit has to offer.
Oh, that's amazing.
And if you're just now hearing about Grit for the first time or wondering what they are, it really has opened up venues for kids to learn about themselves, find out what they're prepared to do for an employment down the road. And it gives them an idea when they do this assessment. Oh, okay, I could go in this territory, this territory, this territory. And next thing you know, avenues start opening up. And it changes the outlook for these kids.
It kind of helps shape the path for
them.
Yeah.
Right. So make sure you stop by their tent or display that they'll have there. Now, you mentioned foster kids. Coming up, you've got an event for looking for recruitment for foster families, and you're going to be able to talk about that at the Kidpalooza?
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. So we will have a foster parent recruitment table set up at the event. So if there's anyone who is just having questions about what the process toward becoming a foster parent is, what it looks like, what all it entails, there will be a table there for people to have all their answers or their questions answered, and we'll have a lot of information about an upcoming orientation that there'll be. And so, if you just have questions, you're not ready to commit, this is a great opportunity to start that dialogue with somebody who's in the know.
Yeah. A foster child ages out at 18, is that right?
Unless they have delays or disabilities, then they typically do around 21. Foster Hub is another agency I think we touched on too that is so important for our children who maybe are emancipating from the system, did not receive adoption. Foster Hub is an amazing organization, newer to communities in our surrounding communities in the last couple of years, but they help with such things as, employment, recruitment for the youth, housing for the youth, resources for the youth. It's a really amazing program. Those children who are emancipating from foster care typically do not have the same supports as a typical 18 or 19-year-old. So, these types of resources and the agency really try to wrap around those youth to get them to have a healthy start to their young adulthood. Yeah. So,
and unless you find a really good foster situation, it's got to be tough for a kid to make that transition.
Right.
Kidpalooza, a lot of fun. So we don't want to leave the fun out. As you mentioned, you've got all kinds of games going on. And like I said earlier, it seems like the kids will be busy doing all that stuff while the parents will have an opportunity to engage in things that will benefit them as well.
That's really the goal.
Yeah. Anything we have missed?
We'll have a DJ. So, they'll keep the party going. Yeah. There'll be some... Last year, really popular, the kids were doing the limbo, and that was a big attraction.
And line dancing.
And line dancing, true.
Which would be really cool with the dinosaurs.
Yes. Yeah, and very cute, yes. Some of our staff have already been looking up different line dances. I walked in someone's office, and they're like, we got to do this at Kidpalooza. So it'll be good. It'll be fun. Right.
A lot of planning going into this, and it should be a lot of fun. Again, it's this Sunday. The times again?
2 to 5 p.m.
2 to 5 p.m. So if you're looking for something to do with the kids, make sure you get down to the Ross County Service Center in Chillicothe, and you'll have fun with Kidpalooza.
Dan, we just have one more thing.
Yes.
I have something for you, actually. Can I get up and
go
get it?
Okay.
Is that
sure.
okay? All right. Hold on just 1 second.
What could this be?
I did not want to forget this part. It's very important.
She's grabbing into the package now. She's walking. Ah, looky there.
All right, so you're officially a member of the Kidpalooza crew. So
Okay, let's see if we've talked about yellow not showing up on our green screen. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
See it? Great.
Oh,
you are officially Kidpalooza
and it does
crew.
say crew on the back of it right there. Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate
you are welcome.
that.
We just want to say thank you for allowing us to speak about our event and
Sure
our
thing.
agency, our programs that we offer. And we truly appreciate it. So
Well,
thank you so much.
That's what we want to do with our programming, is to talk about the good stuff going on in our community, and you guys are part of the good stuff.
Yeah.
Or should I say you gals?
Yeah.
Thanks again for watching this edition of Litter Media Live, brought to you today by Tomlinson Insurance.